Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. You know what's funny to me? People are like, Obama's going on an Asian tour, and I can't believe that he's still relevant. Well, no, he's not relevant. He's a private citizen. What are you mad about? He's a private citizen who's going to China, and if the Chinese prime minister wants to spend time with a former ex-president of the United States, good for him. Go. Yeah, I don't care. I don't get why people get so upset about this. The Dow is at a record high, yet another record high. To say it's at a record high is like a broken record. Pardon the pun, but it is. It's a broken record. We always know it's going to be at an all-time high. It's about to go beyond 24,000 at some point. Get in the market. I'm not a big-time stock market guy, but I got to tell you, I'm mad at myself for not having jumped in this market once Donald Trump got elected. I knew what was going to happen. I guess maybe it's probably because I didn't have a whole lot of money. But you better put some money in the market. Yeah, I've invested in gold, as you guys know. And we couldn't use our gold sponsor when we changed over to the network, my friends over at Landmark. But they're still my buddies. I buy my gold and silver from them. But I will tell you, I would love to be in the market right now. I don't know what the price of gold is. I'm going to have to go look. But I would love to be in the market. It is going through the roof. So people, well, Kevin, Obama's going to do what? Go around and go, well, I know the white guy's doing a lot better than I did, you know. What are they going to ask him? Mr. President, how you think Donald Trump do in comparison to you? Well, you know, I mean, you know, do we have that clip? That is a great clip. I love that. I call it the Obama's explaining failure tour. That's what it is. What else can Barack Obama, what is he going to say to a world leader when they ask questions about North Korea? How do you think, you know, Donald Trump's handling North Korea? What's he going to say? I did nothing? How's the Donald Trump handling ISIS? How many ISIS things have you read about in the last month, 2 months? ISIS is on the run. Is it defeated? Absolutely not. But you know what? We got 7 more years to whoop that Muslim head. That's right. Radical Islam is on the run. There was a lady in Britain. Let me just explain Islam to you. A lady in Britain, she took a cross and she walked through an area of Britain just carrying a cross, not antagonizing anybody. Muslims converge on her. She's got security around her. They're wanting to beat her. They're calling her all kinds of stuff. And when she finally got to the point, they were throwing eggs at her, and she finally got to a part where she could stop, and they go, "What was the filmmaker's like? What's going on here?" And she says, "This is Britain. You can't walk carrying any symbol of Christianity without this occurring. And this is an area of Britain that's still got a few Brits in it, but it's becoming predominantly Muslim. And you can see the what happens when you simply walk through Britain in this area carrying a cross. They yell things like, 'We're taking over your country. You can get out of here,' yada, yada." That is what's going on. There is no such thing as moderation when it comes to these people. None. You got to see the video. It'll blow your mind. Let me tell you, there are people listening to this program. "Kevin, you hate Muslims." I don't hate them at all. Not one bit. I love all mankind. But you know what I won't tolerate? I won't tolerate you saying to me, "I'm going to take over and I'm going to eventually kill you, your kids, your grandkids. I will rape your daughters, your granddaughters, or whatever, and you will do nothing about it in the name of Allah." And if you think I'm going to sit back for that, and just go, "Well, geez, it's a kind of a radical thing," and well, let's bring in some more and let's build some more mosque. If that makes me a bigot, a racist, an Islamophobe, so be it. I happily accept on behalf of the millions and millions of dead Americans that would be in the future, the millions of rape victims, the millions and millions of beheadings, or wherever we're headed, I firmly accept stopping all of that if it means that flapping my trap is going to do it. I'll do it in an instant. So what's Barack Obama, back to him, what's he going to go around the world doing? Talking about what he did to stem the scourge of Islamization of the world? He's the reason every woman in Scandinavia, every woman in Canada, United States, who is in Britain and anywhere else that has been accosted by Muslims, raped, beaten, stolen from, taken advantage of in any way, you can blame Barack Obama and his ilk. They're the reasons. If you want to look at what's happening in the United States, when you look at the level of crime and lawlessness that exists in this country to this day, look at a liberal in their eye and then spit in it, because you can blame them for it. They are the reason. They don't want to admit to it, and they want you to turn the other cheek so they can continue to do it. They want you to forget that young black men under the age of 25 are committing 50% of the crime in this country, and they don't want you to profile. They want you to be stupid about it. What's Obama going to explain? How he ushered that in? What's he got to say about the number of cops who are hunted down and killed? Has he apologized for any of that? Has he apologized for the lie that is Ferguson, Missouri, and Michael Brown and Officer Darren Wilson? Has he made restitution with the family of Darren Wilson in any way? What did he do? He's made this country more divisive, more race-centric than any time in history, and they want to give him a pass? I'm not going to do it. All Obama can do is go on a failure tour. That's all he knows. I love how they describe it. 5-day trip. During a 5-day trip, Obama will mix paid speeches with foreign leader meetings and even a town hall event for young people, the signature event that Obama became known for around the world during his presidency. Oh, wow. Another town hall. Hey, I have a question for you, Barack Obama. Hey, what do you think about Donald Trump? He seems to be doing such an amazing job, so much better than you. What do you think about the stock market in America? What do you think about the consumer confidence that's at a 17-year high? What do you think about the fact that the United States credit rating is probably going to get upped during the time of a white president? What do you think about the unemployment rate falling to practically non-existent? What do you think about his ability to save Carrier when you said he was going to need a magic wand? What do you think about GM deciding not to move their factory, Ford deciding not to move their factory? Just curious. What do you think about all the companies that are now coming back to the United States? IBM that committed 25,000 jobs. SoftBank that has now brought 5,000 jobs and promises 45,000 more and brought $5 billion new dollars into the economy. What about Alibaba, who claims it will bring 1 million new jobs into the United States? And I could go on. What do you think about all that? Well, I tell you, everybody gets it right now and then, but I mean, that was my economy. That's what he's going to tell you. He has no answer, no real answer, nothing you're going to really believe. Don't worry about where Obama goes. He's insignificant, folks. He's insignificant. He's been rendered, he was already a eunuch, but he's been rendered worse.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.